Mobile Crane NCCER Study Guide 2 Exam Questions. When anti-2 block device is activated, what crane function will not work? Boom down. It is not recommended to use slings below _______ angles. 30°. Which of the following signifies the grade of steel used in wire rope? XIP, Extra Improved Plow Steel. IWRC stands for Independent Wire Rope Core. Preformed is defined as rope manufactured so that strands and wire stay together when it is cut tends to stay in the preformed shape at the cut ends. The distance from the center of rotation to the center line of a freely suspended hoist line is known as the radius. Which hitch provides the greatest lifting capacity? Basket hitch. Us multi-part reeving with the load block when the line pull is less than the load. To determine how many cubic feet are in an object, you must multiply by the length by the width by the height. The most important thing to remember when performing dual crane lifts is the cranes should not be loaded beyond 75% of their rated capacity. The total weight of a loaded personnel platform and related rigging shall not exceed what percent of the rated capacity for the radius and configuration of a crane or derrick. 50%. As a general rule on tandem crane lifts, neither crane should be loaded greater than what percent of net capacity? 75%. What crane movement does the far left control in the operator's cab create? Swing. As you boom down, the leverage of the load on the crane will increase. Which type core provides the maximum flexibility to wire rope? Fiber core. Either end of a hoist rope that has to be cut must be cut by using a cable cutter. Which of the following is classified as a standing rope? Pendant line. When using wire rope clips to make wire rope slings, you should remember to never use wire rope clips to make a sling. The lay length of a wire rope is defined as distance of one strand as it makes 1 revolutions. On a standard running rope, how many broken wires are cause for considering replacement? 3 broken wires in 1 strand and 1 lay. For supporting rated loads, the design factor for rotation-resistant rope shall be 5 or greater. What does 2 blocking mean? When the load handling device make contact with the upper sheaves. To verify that the boom angle indicator is reading properly, you should use a level boom stop limit. Angle of boom at highest position. On a standing rope, how many wires need to be broken at an end connections before replacing? 2. When placing a shackle on a crane hook, the correct procedure is place the shackle pin in the hook. The dead end of the wire rope above the wedge socket must extend minimum of 6 times the rope diameter of 6 foot. Pre-operational inspections are necessary and required. Enhance crane safety by discovering discrepancies prior to operating. Never use a fiber core wire rope when working in temperatures exceed 180 degrees. All jibs on conventional type crane booms must have positive stops to prevent their movement of more than 5 degrees above the straight line of the jib and boom. On long boom cranes, what is the major effect of abruptly stopping a rapid swing? Action may overturn the crane or collapse the boom. Working radius is defined as the distance from the center of rotation of the crane to the center of gravity of the load. For supporting the boom and working attachments at recommended travel and transit positions and boom lengths, the design factor for boom pendants or standing ropes shall not be less than 3. According to ASMEB 30.5, Mobile Crane Standard, how many randomly distributed broken wires in rotation-resistant rope is cause for considering replacement of the rope? 2 broken wire and 6 rope diameters. For a truck crane to maintain a margin of safety against tipping backwards, weight on lift carrier must not be less than 15% of total crane weight. For rubber-tired cranes working on rubber, the part of the load chart governed by stability is based on what percent of the crane's capacity? 75%. For supporting rated loads, the design factor for live or running ropes that wind on drums or travel over sheaves shall not be less than 3.5. Which end fitting has the highest efficiency rating? Swag sockets. It's time to replace wire rope when % of the diameter of outside wire is worn away. 5%. To prevent two blocking, the operator must lower the hoist line or lines when performing which functions? A. Booming down. B. Extending the boom. C. Working within the 12-inch minimum of boom tip. The numbers identify 5/8, 6x25. 5/8, diameter, 6 strands with 25 wire per strand. If a crane has to be level to within 1% of grade, the maximum allowable variation in grade in a horizontal distance of 20 foot would be 2.4 foot. In a 2-crane lift, the center of gravity should be closer to the crane with the greatest capacity. Which one of the following wire ropes should not be used in mulet part reeving because it rapidly deteriorates, usually internally with repeated bending? 19x7. One of the most severe effects of being out of level is side load develops in the boom. On wheel-mounted cranes, braking shall be provided to bring the machine to a stop on level ground within a distance of 32 foot from a speed of 15 miles per hour. What effect does rapid hoist acceleration have on the crane? Produces hook loads greater than the actual load. RRL. Right regular lay. If telescoping boom sections are not equally extended, what could possibly happen? Possible failure of the longest section. What is required of the operator if the load weight is not accurately known? Determine that the load weight does not exceed the crane's capacity before attempting the lift. XIP. Extra improved plow steel.